Hello, navigators. This week in my classroom, we are learning about the solar system, and I thought we would read one of our favorite friends in one of his books, Pete the Cat. And this is Pete the Cat Out of This World. So let's see what happens to Pete. The author's and the illustrator's name is James Dean. It's a great day. Pete the Cat is going to space camp. Pete meets his bunkmate, Glenn. As they unpack, there is an announcement. Welcome, space campers. Please head to the classroom. Your mission begins now. Time to suit up, says Pete. He and Glenn put on their uniforms and race to class. And there's the uniforms that says Pete Cat, Glenn Cat. There are so many cool things to do and super neat stuff to see. Astronauts Tom and Chris talk about the trips that they've taken, and they give a sneak peek at future space trips. It would totally be rad to go to space, says Pete. The campers find out what it feels like to be an astronaut. They go into a zero-gravity chamber. It spins them and spins them, and it makes it feel like it's in space. They ride in rovers. They even build rockets. Pete's rocket flies very, very far. Way to go, Pete, shouts Glenn. Look how far his rocket went up. Next stop is Mission Control. We have some exciting news, says Tom. Our next flight leaves today. We're going to the moon, and we have room for more. Pete, do you want to go? Asked Sally. That would be awesome, said Pete. It's time to buckle up and settle onto the space capsule. 5, 4, can you count backwards with me? 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's some fun Pete stickers. Lift off. There goes the spaceship. The space rocket sounds like they're going to the moon. Let's see what happens. There it is. Use your imagination, because there's no words on this page. Let's see what the next page says. Their ship speeds through space. They blast past the satellite and even spot a comet. There's a satellite and there's a comet. Tom and Sally have a rockin' surprise for Pete, his guitar. He plays a groovy interstellar song for them. Mission Control listens in. We know how much Pete loves to sing. And at no time at all, they arrive on the moon. They are ready to explore. There they are. They're all suited up in their astronaut suits, and they're on the moon. The astronauts collect rocks and map out the moon's surface. Pete has a very important job to do. He straps on a jetpack and heads towards Mars. He takes tons of pictures. Oh no, Pete lost track of time. And the moon is far, far away. He has to make it back to the ship before it blasts off. Oh no. Will Pete make it? Phew. Pete made it back in the nick of time. The astronauts head home, and there's time for a few more tunes. Pete sure knows how to make an entrance. When the space shuttle comes back to Earth and lands, it actually has a parachute that shoots out the back end to help slow the space shuttle down to make it stop. Pete's trip to outer space was out of this world. Still, he's psyched to have his feet back on solid ground. Rocket on, Pete.